Welcome to Trivia Clips. Today we celebrate a true musical chameleon, the one and only David Bowie. From Ziggy Stardust to the Thin White Duke, Bowie's personas changed, but his genius never wavered. He wasn't just a musician. He was a visionary, a fashion icon, and a cultural rebel. Are you ready to test your knowledge about the legend who fell to earth? Let's jump into part 1 of this Stardust-fueled trivia challenge. 1. What was David Bowie's real name? A. David Robert Jones. B. Stephen Patrick Morrissey. C. John David Bowie. Answer: A. David Robert Jones. David Bowie was born David Robert Jones in 1947 in Brixton, London. To avoid confusion with Davy Jones of the Monkees, he changed his name. Inspired by the Bowie knife, he wanted something sharp and distinctive. The name became iconic in music, fashion, and pop culture. Even early on, Bowie had a vision of standing out. His name change was the first of many reinventions. 2. What was Bowie's breakthrough hit in 1969? A. Heroes. B. Life on Mars. C. Space Oddity. Answer: C. Space Oddity. Space Oddity was released just before the Apollo 11 moon landing. The song introduced Major Tom, a fictional astronaut lost in space. It captured the mood of the space race era perfectly. Its eerie tone and cosmic lyrics made it a Bowie classic. The BBC even used it during their moon landing coverage. It marked the beginning of Bowie's rise to stardom. 3. Which alter ego did Bowie introduce in 1972? A. Aladdin Sane. B. Ziggy Stardust. C. The Thin White Duke. Answer: B. Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust was an androgynous alien rock star. Bowie created him to explore fame, identity, and alienation. The persona broke boundaries in music and gender expression. Ziggy's theatrical style left a deep cultural impact. He became a symbol of rebellion and creativity. It's one of Bowie's most iconic contributions to rock. 4. What album features the song Heroes? A. Heroes. B. Low. C. Lodger. Answer: A. Heroes. The song Heroes is the title track from the 1977 album. It was part of his Berlin trilogy with Brian Eno. The lyrics were inspired by lovers at the Berlin Wall. The song became an anthem of hope and resistance. Bowie recorded his vocals in a single passionate take. Today, it remains one of his most beloved tracks. 5. Which film featured Bowie as Jareth the Goblin King? A. The Man Who Fell to Earth. B. Labyrinth. C. The Hunger. Answer: B. Labyrinth. Bowie starred as Jareth in the 1986 fantasy film Labyrinth. He blended charm, menace, and glam into the character. The film became a cult classic over the years. Bowie also contributed several songs to the soundtrack. It showed his talent beyond the music stage. Jareth remains one of his most iconic film roles. 6. What was Bowie's final studio album? A. Black Star. B. Reality. C. The Next Day. Answer: A. Black Star. Black Star was released 2 days before Bowie's death in 2016. The album is full of cryptic lyrics and dark jazz elements. It served as his artistic farewell to the world. Fans and critics praised its haunting beauty and bravery. He turned death into a final act of creative expression. It's one of the boldest endings in rock history. Stay tuned for part 2 of the David Bowie Trivia Challenge. Welcome back to Trivia Clips for part 2 of our David Bowie Trivia Challenge. The Starman's legacy continued to shine through decades of innovation and transformation. From Berlin experiments to global superstardom, Bowie redefined what it meant to be an artist. Let's dive into 6 more questions to see if you're truly a Bowie expert. Get ready because this second round is even more legendary. 7. Which city did Bowie move to in the late 1970s to escape fame and addiction? A. Paris. B. Berlin. C. Tokyo. Answer: B. Berlin. In the late 70s, Bowie moved to Berlin to find peace and recovery. He sought anonymity and a fresh creative environment. While there, he collaborated with Brian Eno on experimental music. This period led to the critically acclaimed Berlin Trilogy. Berlin helped Bowie rediscover his artistic voice. It became a major turning point in his career. 8. What was the first album in Bowie's Berlin Trilogy? A. Lodger. B. Heroes. C. Low. Answer: C. Low Low was released in 1977 and marked a bold new direction. It featured ambient sounds and fragmented song structures. The album reflected Bowie's emotional and mental struggles. Its experimentation influenced generations of musicians. Though confusing to some fans, it later gained acclaim. It opened a new chapter in Bowie's discography. 9. Which song did Bowie perform with Queen? A. Let's Dance. B. Under Pressure. C. Ashes to Ashes. Answer: B. Under Pressure. Under Pressure was recorded with Queen in 1981. The iconic bass line and shared vocals made it a classic. The song combined Bowie's intensity with Queen's flair. It was created during a spontaneous jam session in Switzerland. Both artists are credited equally for the track's success. It remains one of the most beloved rock collaborations ever. 10. What genre best describes Bowie's Let's Dance album? A. Glam rock. B. Dance pop. C. Industrial rock. Answer: B. Dance pop. Let's Dance came out in 1983 with a new commercial sound. It mixed dance rhythms with pop rock stylings. The album featured hits like Modern Love and China Girl. It introduced Bowie to a broader global audience. Produced by Nile Rodgers, it became a massive success. It showed Bowie could dominate the charts while evolving. 11. What was the name of Bowie's final music video? A. Lazarus. B. Black Star. C. Valentine's Day. Answer: A. Lazarus. Lazarus was released just before Bowie's death in 2016. The video shows Bowie in a hospital bed with bandaged eyes. It was full of symbolism and references to mortality. Many saw it as his parting message to the world. It's haunting, emotional, and deeply artistic. A perfect farewell from a master of reinvention. 12. What year was David Bowie inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? A. 1992. B. 1996. C. 2000. Answer: B. 1996. Bowie was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1996. The honor recognized his boundary-breaking contributions to music. His influence spanned genres, generations, and continents. He inspired artists in rock, pop, electronic, and beyond. Even in the 90s, his legacy was firmly established. The induction sealed his status as a music legend. That's the end of the David Bowie Trivia Challenge. Let us know your score in the comments.